Hi everybody, it's Shanna with Shanna Sweets. Thank you for joining me for this month's Sweet Treat video. It's May already, can you even believe it? Time is just flying by. Well, it's new catalog time, and you won't be seeing, the catalog goes live May 3rd, so just a couple more days. But I'm going to still use a new stamp set. So you'll be able to order this stamp set come May 3rd, but it's so super cute. I just had to use it. If you know anything about me, you know that I love cutesy stamps, and so this was definitely first on my order and I was so happy to see it on the pre-order list, so I got my hands on it early and was able to start making things with it, and so super happy. This does come as a bundle. I'm not using the punch in this stamp set, in this project, but it does come as a bundle, and the punch is very helpful. But as with most of my sweet treats, I do have my cards set up so that you can use any stamp set if you'd like to be able to. So this time I'm just using the stamps. And I'm also using, we have new colors this time since it's new annual catalog, and I am using two of the blues that are in there this time. I'm using Starry Sky and Titanium Tide, which is this lighter blue, and this really goes well to complement some of the other blues that we have. I really like the brightness of this, and as you can tell, in this time I'm using it to make bluebirds by doing second generation stamping. As you can see, I got it all over my thumb. So I think it gives us some really cute little birds, and I think it's just going to enhance our color combinations quite a bit, and I really love the in colors. I love the new edition of the green, and this is I'm used stamping with is Parakeet Party, and I think that's going to be a really great accent to that bright, vibrant greens that to go along with our granny apple. So my card kit, of course, is the actual physical kit that you receive as a customer if you purchase $25 or more with me during the month using the host code for April. And you'll get this in the mail as a thank you gift for me. Otherwise, you can watch this card tutorial and make your cards. I am using some other new product. I'm using the Fabulous Frames. I'm using some new stitched shapes and the new Dots and Spots dies. So all these are new and available in the new catalog May 3rd. So the cards themselves are super simple, and let's get right to it. So we're going to take our thick Whisper White, or basic white, excuse me, and fold it in half. Use my bone folder so that I can fold that. And then I ran this Starry Sky through an embossing folder, and it's the Melody. Oh, I thought I had it handy, but if you can see, there's some little notes on here. I just thought that went great with the birdies. There are some music notes on this stamp set that we're going to use on the second card. And so that's going to go down first. And then I'm using the outer frame in the titanium. And I'm going to see if I have some longer strips here. I found this was just easier. Then dimensionals. Get my snips out. Let's see if I can. I like using every bit of my dimensionals. Don't waste anything, right? Just got to get it on there correctly. And then this is going to go down here on our card base. Just kind of center that around so then you have a little bit of an edge. Make sure it's on there good. Then you can either put this down now or wait. But I put some more strips, and I put a couple pieces, so short piece there, and then take longer piece to the bottom portion. And this part is going to go inside our bigger frame. So I'm just going to go ahead and do this. I think it's a little farther down on my PDF, but we're just going to go ahead and do it now just so that we get this part out of the way. All right, so that's going to stick up. Set this aside for a moment. And this is the inside of this frame. So we're going to stamp on this. Okay. So let's start with our Sierra Sand, or whatever brown tone you want to use. And you want to come up a little bit from the bottom, but far enough down so that way you can stamp your birdie. Okay. And then I stamped one on, and we do have masking tape coming out, but of course I can't order it yet. So I got my own that I've been using, but I'm very much looking forward. I saw it demoed during On Tour, so I can't wait to get some better quality. And then I'm going to cover that up, and then I'm going to take my Starry Sky, and this is the larger of the two birds. And I'm going to take a piece of scratch paper, make sure I'm inked up good, and stamp him on scratch paper. And then I'm going to take him just under a little bit and stamp. Then I'm going to take the little beak and ink it in the brown or the Sierra Sand and just go right in that open spot on the beak. I'm going to pull up my mask, and I'm going to take the wing, okay, ink it up, stamp it off, and then I'm going to just stamp it, and I don't care if it goes over the nest a little bit. Then I have some little eyes, and I'm going to ink those up in Tuxedo Black. So then I'm just going to line them up here a little above the beak. And then I have welcome as a sentiment, but there's a couple other sentiments on there that are one-liners if you want to put congratulations, which I might actually do because I have a couple welcome cards now, so, well, no, let's go ahead because I might need to use, I'm using this for a swap. I think I have enough, but I might not, so let's, just in case. All right, and then this is going to go inside, so I'm going to go ahead and just use some wet glue so that I can make sure it stays on that embossed piece well. And that's going to go right inside our piece. Okie doke, card number 1. Very easy peasy. All right, so for card number 2, we are going to use the Stamparatus. All right, so we're gonna start with a 8.5 by 5.5 inch Starry Night. Gonna fold it in half and horizontally, and you're going to place a 4 by 5.25 piece of basic white on the inside. Because this is dark, I like to line my pieces on the inside. Okay, then set this aside for a minute. Now I'm going to use my Stamparatus because I did this for a swap, and so I had to do like 20 of these. So you don't have to use the Stamparatus, but it made it very easy to do multiples of this card, and it was very nice. So I have 2 plates, but I have 4 different stamps on my, I have cut my stitch square out and kept the frame piece that I cut out. So then I can take my stitch square and I'm going to lay it on the inside. Now I know I'm not stamping up in this area, so I'm going to go ahead and put my magnets up on the top corners to hold that in place. Now we have to have our limb first so that everything builds on top of that. So I've already lined this up so I know where it's going to go. So when I did this to begin with, I lined my limb up first and stamped it, and then build upon that each piece. Okay, so we do the limb first. That's the only thing that I'm doing in Sierra Sand, so I can set that aside. Then the nice thing about the Stamparatus compared to other ones is they pop out just like that. And now I have my birdie on the opposite side, and I can flip it and pop it back in, and now I can stamp my bird in Starry Night. This is a smaller bird, so now I can use this in a class and not have to worry about it. Now, the nice thing about the Stamparatus, look, I didn't get all my birdie stamped right, so I can put it right back down and give him another good smush. And now my birdie's stamped all the way. Okay, now the panel down here at the bottom, I have the leaves on the one side, so they're going to be in the parakeet. So I'm going to ink those up in the parakeet. Now I'm going to smush it down. Now I'm going to flip it. And for this one, I have lined up the music notes and the feet, but I use the eyes on the other one. So we need to put the eyes back where our birdie was, right? So just line the eyes up real fast because we used them. So we got to put these eyes back. So line them up, pick them up real fast, and now they're ready to go. So the eyes are going to be in black. Now I did find that when I was stamping these, I didn't always get my feet mushed good. So I want to make sure I'm smushing all the way around. But if I didn't feel like it was, I can put it, you can either re-ink it or just smush again depending on how well it is. So that looks good. Now, and then I have this frame lined clear up to the bottom, so if it shifts for any reason, I can just push it back up there. But now I'm done. Now, my sentiment, I just have it as a stitch label, and I'm using It's Your Special Day. I'm going to do that in Starry Night. Now I'm ready to put my card together. We're going to put it together on a piece of 4 1/4 by 4 by 5 1/4 that's been ran through our dots. So when I did this, because I needed 20 of these, I thought I could put 2 pieces of cardstock together and punch them out. And I did try putting a shim in there so that I could make sure I got them both clean cut. But it did not go through both pieces of cardstock. But I want to show you the second piece. So the second piece didn't go clear through, right? But look what it did do. It gave me an embossed piece. So even though this didn't cut clear through both pieces of cardstock, it did give me a really nice embossed piece on the second sheet. So I'm not going to throw this away. I'm going to keep this and probably use it as a background on a different card, because even though it didn't give me holes, I really like that embossed look of those dots, and I think that's really nifty. So if you want it, you can do some embossing with those dies also, and it's neat. So let's go ahead. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put tape first. Okay, so let's put some tape, and I'm going to angle this towards the top, but at an angle. Okay, I didn't push it real hard because what I want to do is I have a piece of 1/2 inch by 3 inches, and on the side to the left I'm going to cut me a little banner. You can use the banner punch, but I just found it really quick and easy to cut it versus worried about going and walking over there. And I'm going to take some liquid glue, and then, because I don't have tape really down here, I'm going to slide this under. I want it clear under on the corner here, but this side I'm going to angle it. Okay, just like that. And then for the banner, I'm going to take a piece of the Titanium Titan, or Titanium Tide, and the Starry Sky. This is new ribbon. They're metallic, they're very shiny. They're 5 inches long, and I'm going to just make a loop. Loop them like that, kind of like they're a ribbon. Okay, so hold them in my finger, take a piece of tape, and I'm going to cut, because my tape's kind of wide, I'm going to turn my banner over, place them on the back side of the banner, and then tape them just like that. And then I'm going to take some dimensionals, and then this is going to go at an angle just like this. Now what I want to do is flip this over, and I'm going to take some wet glue to the back side here where the paper's at, and I can see where that banner's at there. And then if you're real careful, you can put a little bit in the corners here where there's and then put this down. Now, if I didn't get my dots out down here, I can pop those out. Probably should have did that before I put it down, but that's okay. They're coming out pretty easy. So, there we go. And that is card number 2. So now I have 4 more cards. for my stash. That is May's sweet treat for the month. So I hope you enjoyed this card tutorial, and I hope you'll take advantage of the new catalog and find some great things that you like. If you haven't got a demonstrator and didn't get a catalog yet, just let me know. Thanks. I'll talk to you later. Bye.